guys, and welcome back to another video here on my channel. Okay, Jesus Christ, that was a long intro, huh? Anyways, guys, I am back with another video of 5 great trade-ups where you can make some humongous profits if you obviously buy them at the right price. So without further ado, let's just get right into the video. So just before the actual video starts, I would like to point out that I'm giving away this AK-47 Serum Rage in minimal wear condition with 8 euros. Yes, you heard right, that's 8 euros. And that is just me giving back because I want to support you guys just because you're supporting me as well. So if you guys want to enter into this giveaway, all you're gonna do is like this video, subscribe to the channel, and then join my Discord, and then you'll be able to enter through there. Alright, good luck to everyone who's entering, and let's get right into the first trade up. Alright, and as you guys can see, we are back again on Tradeup Lab because I feel like it's just the easiest site to use. So if you guys want to check this site out, I'll leave a link to that down in the description as well. But as you guys can see, the first trade up is quite a cheap one. It's only like 5 euros, $5, whatever you want to call it, and all you need is 6 items from the Ascent collection. I've gone with the SUS Electric Blue in a field tested condition, of course, with an average float of 0.27, and then you need 4 items from the Italy collection with an average float of 0.13, so it's minimal wear. And if you calculate the outcomes, you will be able to see that it's actually pretty nice. There's 172% profitability here with a 90% success rate. Like, this is probably the best trade up that you're gonna get for your money now, just because, I mean, you're spending 2.46 euros and the expected value is 4.25. And if you take a look at the outcomes, you can see there's only one outcome which isn't profit, which is the sawed off full stop, and even then you're only losing like $1.20. Everything else will literally be profit. I know this isn't technically profit, but it's not, you know, bad. Like, yeah, it's literally just like breaking even. And then you obviously got the Glock 18 candy apple, you got the MP9, all of these items which will give you at least $1 profit, right? So this trade up is just overall amazing for like spamming value, especially because the flows that you have to get is quite easy for this trade up. So it's just like you can just buy up, and then when you've bought up a certain amount of, you know, items, you will be able to then go ahead and spam them, and then, you know, you can keep doing that until this, obviously this trade up is being like overdone, and then the flows are just incredibly expensive because that's tend to be the things that happen. But yeah, overall this is a really nice trade up for the price. I feel like this is something everyone can afford, and I think it's just overall nice, and you should definitely try it out. And I will probably try it out as well if I continue to do my $5 to a nice series. But that is going to be it for the first trade up. Let's just get right into the second one. Now, just before we get into the second trade up, I would like to point out that over 90% of you guys watching this video right now are not subscribed. So if you haven't already, make sure to hit that sub button. It supports me more than you could ever imagine. I really appreciate that. Alright, on to the second trade up. So the second trade up is kind of similar, but not really. As you can see, it's still cheap. You know, it's really cheap. We're keeping it cheap right now, at least, until we get onto some of the, you know, more expensive trade ups. But what you need here is 8 items from the Italy collection with an average float of 0.26, and then you need 2 items from the Safe House collection with an average float of 0.12. And if you calculate the outcomes, you will be able to see that there's 130% profitability here. So again, pretty decent, right? It only costs you $1.88, and there's a 60% success rate, and the items are pretty decent, right? You got what, 3 items here? Yeah, you got this one, and this one, which will be profit, and of course then you got some other ones that you don't want. But majority of the time you'll probably hit one of these 2, hopefully, and then that will give you some decent profit. If you hit this one, it'll be fine because in between you've probably hit this or this, and then you can just keep spamming that up. And of course, if you do this like 100 times and get $1 profit, then yeah, you would literally have made $100. Wow, ka-ching. The chance of you making $100 is probably not as big on this one as the other one, but this is again a pretty nice trade up overall, which I definitely feel like you need to try because it's low budget, it's barely any risk, and there's a good profitability on it. So I really hope that you want to try this out, and if you do, make sure to leave a comment about it down below in the comment section, and then I'll give you a comment a heart. But that's it for the second trade up. There's not much more to say. Let's just get straight into the third one. So the third trade up that we're actually doing is quite expensive. It's a bit more expensive than any of the other trade ups. As you can see, it's gonna come out at $70, and you need 10 items from the Winter Offensive collection with an average float of 0.13. So obviously that means if you get a lower minimal wear for the same price, then you might be able to get a field tested, which means you can obviously do this trade up a lot cheaper if that's the case, right? And if you calculate the outcomes, you'll be able to see that there is a 93% profitability, and obviously on average you're not going to make as much, but that is because the main target here is the op red line, which would nearly enough double your money, as you can see. The 2 other items are kind of like, yeah, you know, yeah, they're not the most amazing. I mean, this this is the worst, right? The P250 is horrendous to get. If you get the Guardian, it's alright. You only lose like $6, and of course, if you hit this, then it's like what, $40 profit. So obviously, you want to aim towards getting the alt red line, and if you get any of these two items, it's kind of an L. So this is like a chase trade up, as we've had, you know, so many times on the channel before. And overall, the alt red line is a pretty badass item, if you ask me. So if you want to do this one, I really recommend that, you know, go for it. Like, yeah, if you get this, then okay, whatever. Then you could just save up another $6 and do it again. If you get the alt red line, that would just be insane. And then, of course, you can send that to me in the Discord server that I've linked down below in the description as well. And then, of course, I'll react to it, and I'm probably really jealous because I don't have an alt red line, and it's a really cool skin overall. But that is going to mark the third trade up of this video. So without further ado, let's just get right into the fourth one. So the fourth trade up of this video is quite cheap. Believe it or not, it's actually not that expensive compared to other stuff. And the reason why is because it's only $5 and it's very easy to get. It's just 10 items from the Spectrum collection with an average flow of 0.12. And if you calculate the outcomes, you'll be able to see that it has 109% profitability and an 80% success rate. Of course, the chase item in this trade up would probably be the Galil IR Crimson Tsunami. I think that's how you say it. But if you spend $5, the only item that you're not going to profit on is the OMP45 Scaffold. I think that's how you say the name. Everything else is considered profit. It's not a big profit, but it is profit at, you know, at the end of the day. And I'm pretty sure if you upgrade this even more, you can hit a scout. I'm pretty sure. Let me look it up and then we'll see. Okay, so basically I've taken a look in here. I don't know why the fuck this up is here, but yeah, get rid of that ad. Anyway, so as you can see, you can hit one of these purple items, and then if you trade it up further, you can actually get the M4A1S Decimator, the Alt Fever Dream, or the CC, which nobody wants. And of course, the best item in this case is the AK-47 Bloodsport. So overall, this is like a pretty good trade up if you want to like take it even further, you know, like that would actually be quite nice. But that is going to mark the end of the fourth trade up. Let's just get right into the fifth one, which I already gave you a sneak peek on because I'm stupid. So the fifth and final trade up of this video is probably the most expensive one. It is guaranteed to be the most expensive one because this comes in over 110 euros, I'm pretty sure, $110. You need 3 items from the Esports 2013 Winter Collection. So that's obviously the blue case. I'll put it in here if I got cool editing skills. And then you need 7 items from the Sports and Field Collection. And you need the P90 Blind Spot in an average flow of 0.05, which is quite low. I know it's probably going to be quite expensive, but I'm pretty sure you can do it. And then obviously 7 items with an average flow of 0.12 from the Sports and Field Collection, which that's like pretty doable. You can easily get a minimal wear in that. And if you calculate the outcomes, you can see it's actually got 86% profitability, and you've spent $110, and then the expected value is $95. And you think to yourself, that is pretty shit. And on paper, you know, that's correct. But there is chase items in this case, obviously, right? So most of the time, you're not going to get that lucky. Again, the reason why is because this is nearly enough breaking even. It's not great, right? This is not profit, and this is not a profit on paper. The Orb Electrified, though, is a pattern-based skin, which means if you hit a good pattern on this Orb Electrified, you could charge a lot more than $84. Like you can charge probably double that, if not triple that, because it's a good pattern. And that's why it's so important for you to check the patterns on the skin that you actually get from the trade-offs, at least with like patterns-based skin. So you know, we had the Orb Paw in the last video, and this video we got the Orb Electrified. Those skins are pattern-based, which means if you get a good pattern, you can charge a lot more for it. That's why you need to look it up. Please don't forget to look it up, because you're gonna lose money if you don't. Of course, the Desert Eagle Cobalt Disruption is profit. You might be able to charge a little bit more than 121. I'll be honest, when I made this, it was more profit than it is now. I think it was like nearly enough $160, but it's okay. I mean, it's fine. Actually, matter of fact, I'll just quickly check that it is not 121 just to make sure. Anyways, yeah, it was more when I actually like found this trade up the first time, but I mean, I'm sure if you still hit it, it'll be fine. But mainly, you probably want to get a good pattern on the Orb Electrified. That would like be the best thing. So yeah, good luck if you want to spend $120 or $110, sorry, on a trade up. It's quite expensive, I get that, but I feel like we need something for all budgets, right? So in this video, we've got, you know, a bit of cheap and we got a bit expensive. And of course, if you guys want to leave me any feedback on what you think of this concept, where we got some cheap ones and then we got some expensive ones, so like everyone can like kind of be a part of it, you know? So it's not just, oh, it's $20 plus because that's what I think everyone has, right? So like you got a bit of everything, which also means you can maybe do your own $5 tonight, hopefully. So if you have any comments about that, just leave a comment down below. Anyways, that is going to mark the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to join the giveaway, which you saw earlier in the video. It's really important. The giveaway ends in 5 days when I'm currently recording this. So hurry up and get in there and then enter the giveaway. it because it's a free $8 skin if you win it, right? But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.